Without vision, life feels like wandering without a map, drifting through days, reacting to circumstances, and hoping that somehow things will fall into place. But hope alone is not a strategy. A person without vision wakes up each morning uncertain of what they're moving toward. They may be busy but not productive. They may have dreams but no clear direction. Vision changes that. It transforms confusion into clarity and motion into momentum. It gives meaning to every step, every challenge, and every sacrifice along the way. A clear vision acts as your North Star, a constant guide that keeps you aligned with your purpose, no matter how stormy life becomes. When you have a defined vision, you no longer live reactively, you live intentionally. You start making decisions not based on comfort or convenience, but on whether they bring you closer to your ultimate goal. Vision gives you the ability to say no to distractions and yes to what truly matters. It simplifies life by filtering out noise, so you can focus on what adds value to your journey. Think of the great achievers of history, innovators, leaders, and dreamers who changed the world. What separated them from everyone else wasn't luck or talent alone. It was vision. They saw something others couldn't see. They carried a mental picture of a future that didn't exist yet, and they were willing to dedicate their lives to bringing that picture to life. Vision gave them direction when others doubted them. It became their compass in moments of uncertainty, reminding them of who they were and what they stood for. When you have a strong vision, every action starts to make sense. The small, repetitive tasks that once felt meaningless suddenly hold purpose. You understand that discipline today is an investment in the future you want tomorrow. The vision gives ordinary actions extraordinary meaning. Waking up early, studying harder, training longer, or working late, these are no longer burdens, they're steps towards something bigger. Vision transforms effort into purpose, and purpose into fulfillment. Obstacles become part of the path, not barriers to it. When challenges arise, and they always will, people without vision see them as reasons to quit. But people with vision see them as opportunities to grow, to adapt, and to get closer to the goal. Vision changes your perspective. It helps you realize that setbacks are not signs of failure, but temporary detours guiding you toward a stronger version of yourself. The road may twist and turn, but as long as you keep your eyes fixed on your North Star, you'll never lose your way. Vision also fuels persistence. When you know what you're fighting for, you're willing to endure more, sacrifice more, and wait longer. You stop giving up at the first sign of struggle because your goal is rooted deep within you. Vision builds endurance. It keeps you standing when others fall. It reminds you that the reward is worth the effort, even when progress seems invisible. But vision isn't just about seeing the future, it's about believing in it before it exists. It's about holding an image in your mind so vividly that it starts shaping your reality. Every thought, every word, every decision begins to align with that mental picture. Slowly, the invisible becomes visible. That's the power of vision. It turns imagination into direction, and direction into destiny. You don't need to have every detail figured out right now. You just need a clear sense of where you want to go and why it matters. The how will come with time, but the why, your vision, is what keeps you going when nothing else makes sense. It's what drives you to wake up earlier, to stay disciplined when no one's watching, to keep believing when everyone else stops. Vision gives your life a target, and every day becomes a chance to aim closer to it. The truth is, the world belongs to those who can see beyond the present moment, those who have a mental picture so strong that it pulls them forward. With vision, even chaos starts to form patterns, and confusion turns into clarity. The road won't always be straight, but vision ensures you'll always be moving in the right direction. When you know where you're going, the storms of life may slow you down, but they'll never stop you. Obstacles will test you, critics will doubt you, and fear will whisper that it's impossible. But vision silences all those voices. It gives you the courage to take another step, even when the path ahead is uncertain. It keeps your heart steady when the world around you shakes. Because once you've seen your future clearly in your mind, no temporary setback can make you forget where you're destined to go. Vision shows you where to go, but purpose tells you why. Vision gives direction, but purpose gives depth. You can have the clearest path in front of you, but without a meaningful reason to walk it, you'll stop the moment it gets hard. Purpose is the fire that keeps you moving when your strength fades, the anchor that holds you steady when everything around you shakes. It's what transforms goals into missions and effort into fulfillment. When your actions align with a deeper purpose, something inside you changes. You stop living just to get through the day. You start living for something greater than yourself. Every step, no matter how small, begins to carry weight. The late nights, the sacrifices, the long hours, they no longer feel like struggles, they feel like investments in something meaningful. Purpose turns exhaustion into energy because it reminds you why you started in the first place. Think about it. How many people chase success without ever asking themselves why they want it? They work hard, they achieve things, but still feel empty inside. That's what happens when vision exists without purpose. Vision without purpose is like a ship sailing in the right direction but without any reason to reach its destination. Purpose gives that journey meaning. It connects your ambitions to your heart. It transforms "I have to" into "I get to." Purpose is deeply personal. It doesn't come from what others expect of you or what society defines as success. It comes from within, from the things that move you, hurt you, inspire you, and make you want to make a difference. When you live with purpose, your goals stop being about proving something to others. They become about fulfilling something inside yourself. That's why people with purpose rarely burn out, because their energy doesn't come from external motivation, it comes from an internal mission. There's a difference between working hard and working with purpose. Hard work drains you when it's disconnected from meaning, but when purpose fuels your actions, even the hardest work becomes fulfilling. You can feel tired yet satisfied. You can face challenges yet stay hopeful. That's because purpose shifts your focus from how hard this is to why this matters. And that simple shift changes everything. Purpose also builds resilience. When your why is strong, no obstacle feels permanent. You stop viewing failures as endings and start seeing them as lessons. You realize that every challenge is shaping you for the next level of your purpose. Pain becomes part of your preparation. Purpose gives you the strength to endure what others can't, because you know your struggle has meaning. You're not just going through hardship, you're growing through it. When your actions align with your purpose, life gains clarity. You no longer waste time chasing things that don't align with who you are. You start saying no to distractions and yes to what truly fulfills you. Purpose becomes your inner compass, guiding you through uncertainty and chaos. Even when the path is unclear, you trust the direction because it feels right within your soul. Purpose also has a ripple effect. It inspires others. When people see you living with passion and conviction, they feel it. They're drawn to it. Your purpose becomes contagious. It gives others permission to find their own. That's the beauty of living with purpose. It not only elevates your life, but also influences the lives of those around you. And purpose doesn't have to be something grand or world-changing. It can be simple, yet powerful. Being the best parent you can be, spreading kindness, helping others grow, creating art, or building something that lasts. Purpose isn't about the scale of what you do, it's about the sincerity behind why you do it. When your purpose and your vision come together, you become unstoppable. Vision gives you the direction, the dream you're chasing. Purpose gives you the fuel, the emotional reason that keeps you running even when the road gets tough. Together, they create balance. Vision keeps your eyes on the horizon, and purpose keeps your heart in the journey. Every person reaches a point in life where effort feels empty, where you question whether what you're doing really matters. That's the moment you need to reconnect with your purpose. Because once you remember why you started, you'll find strength you didn't know you had. You'll discover that even in exhaustion, there's energy waiting for you, energy born from meaning. Purpose transforms the ordinary into extraordinary. It turns routine into ritual and work into worship. It's the invisible force that gives your actions life and your goals significance. When you live with purpose, every day becomes part of a bigger picture, a story that matters not just to you, but to the world around you. People without vision quit when life gets tough. They lose motivation the moment the journey gets uncomfortable because they can't see beyond the struggle in front of them. Without a clear sense of where they're going or why they started, every obstacle feels like the end of the road. They confuse difficulty with impossibility. But those with vision and purpose see things differently. They push through pain, endure challenges, and rise again after every fall because they carry a picture of something greater, a future worth fighting for. When you have vision, setbacks don't destroy you, they develop you. Vision gives meaning to struggle. It reminds you that every hardship is part of the process. The people who achieve greatness aren't the ones who never faced pain. They're the ones who learned to keep moving through it. They didn't stop because it hurt. They kept going because they knew why it mattered. Their purpose acted like fuel when motivation ran dry. Resilience doesn't come from comfort, it's born in difficulty. It's in those moments when quitting feels easier that true character is built. People with vision understand that pain is temporary, but growth is permanent. They see beyond the immediate discomfort and focus on the long-term reward. The temporary exhaustion, the criticism, the fear, these things don't scare them because their purpose is stronger than their excuses. When you have a powerful why, it changes how you handle life's challenges. The question shifts from, can I do this? To how can I make it happen? You stop looking for reasons to give up and start searching for ways to keep going. Your why becomes a source of strength that no one else can take from you. It's the quiet fire that burns inside when everything around you tries to put it out. There will always be moments when the road feels too long and the progress too slow. The truth is, success isn't a straight line, it's a journey of constant tests and trials. But vision gives you the endurance to keep moving even when you can't see the finish line. You begin to understand that the process itself is shaping you into the person capable of achieving your dream. Without struggle, there's no strength. Without challenge, there's no growth. Those who lack vision often fall into the trap of comfort. The first sign of resistance makes them doubt themselves. They start believing that maybe they're not good enough or that their dream isn't realistic. But people with vision think differently. They see every challenge as an opportunity to get stronger, wiser, and more disciplined. They realize that every difficulty is training them for the next level of their purpose. The pain they feel now is preparing them for the success they'll experience later. Resilience grows when you stop allowing excuses to rule your life. Excuses are the language of fear, the mind's way of avoiding discomfort. It's too hard, I don't have time, maybe later. These are all barriers that keep people stuck in mediocrity. But when your purpose is bigger than your excuses, those walls start to crumble. You stop negotiating with your potential and start demanding more from yourself. You understand that progress doesn't happen when it's easy, it happens when it's hard. Vision and purpose give you that inner strength, the kind that doesn't rely on external motivation. You don't need someone to push you every day because you're already driven by something deeper. You see the bigger picture. You know that the pain you're enduring today is the foundation of the life you'll live tomorrow. That realization alone gives you power. It keeps you standing when others fall. Think of every successful person you admire, every leader, athlete, or creator. Behind every victory is a story of resilience. Each of them faced moments when quitting was the easiest option, but their vision wouldn't let them. They chose to push through when no one was watching. They kept going because they believed in something larger than their temporary struggle. Their why was unshakable, and that made them unstoppable. Resilience is not about being unbreakable. It's about being able to rebuild. It's the ability to stand back up no matter how many times you fall. When you have vision, every setback becomes a setup for a comeback. You learn, you adapt, and you keep moving forward. You understand that every failure carries a lesson, every pain hides a purpose, and every challenge builds a stronger version of you. Your vision gives you the destination. Your purpose gives you the reason, and resilience is the bridge between the two. When your why burns brighter than your excuses, nothing can stop you. You may bend, but you will never break. You may slow down, but you'll never stop. because you see something bigger than the struggle, something worth fighting for, worth enduring for, worth becoming for. When you live with clarity of vision, everything around you begins to change. Not just your mindset, but your environment, your relationships, and even the opportunities that come your way. Vision isn't just about seeing the future, it's about aligning your thoughts, actions, and energy toward it so powerfully that the universe seems to respond. When you know exactly what you want and why you want it, you naturally start attracting the right people, situations, and chances that help bring that vision to life. Clarity of vision is like a magnet. It pulls toward you what resonates with your goals and repels what doesn't. People can sense when you have direction. They can feel your conviction, your purpose, and your passion. It's not about luck or coincidence, it's about energy. When your vision is clear, your actions carry confidence. You start walking, speaking, and working with intention. That kind of energy is contagious. It draws others who share your drive, your mindset, and your hunger to grow. The truth is, the world responds to certainty. Most people drift through life uncertain about what they want. They change their goals every time life gets hard. But when someone with clarity walks into the room, you can feel it. They radiate focus. They don't need to convince anyone of their potential because their consistency speaks louder than words. Their energy says, I know where I'm going and I'll get there. That kind of clarity naturally attracts like-minded people, individuals who share the same hunger for purpose and progress. When you live with clear vision, you stop chasing opportunities. Opportunities start chasing you. Doors open that you didn't even know existed. It's as if life begins to rearrange itself around your determination. You meet the right mentor at the right time. You stumble upon an idea that takes your dream to the next level. You find support from people who understand your mission and want to be part of it. That's not magic. That's focus meeting alignment. Vision creates what can only be described as magnetic focus. When you're locked in on a goal, your mind filters out distractions automatically. You begin to notice the things that move you closer to your purpose and ignore the noise that pulls you away. This kind of focus doesn't come from effort alone, it comes from clarity. You can't give your all to something if you don't know what all really means. But once you define your vision clearly, once you see it vividly in your mind, everything you do starts to align with it. Intentional energy is powerful. When your actions are guided by purpose, they carry weight. Every word you speak, every move you make begins to shape your reality. You're no longer just working, you're building. You're no longer just existing, you're evolving. That's the difference between people who drift and people who rise. Those who drift wait for things to happen. Those who rise create momentum with their vision. Living with clarity also transforms your relationships. You stop wasting time with people who drain your energy or distract you from your mission. Instead, you attract those who challenge you, inspire you, and believe in your vision as much as you do. Like-minded people are drawn to the energy of purpose. They want to collaborate, to grow, to contribute. That's how teams are built, how partnerships thrive, and how ideas expand into movements. Vision doesn't just change what you see, it changes how you see. It sharpens your awareness. You begin to notice that the things you once called luck are really just the results of alignment. Your preparation meeting opportunity, you stop waiting for validation because you're no longer seeking approval, you're seeking progress. You move differently, you speak differently, you think differently. Because you're no longer guessing at life, you're designing it. And this design creates momentum. Once you start living with purpose and focus, everything else starts to follow the rhythm of your vision. The right conversations, the right chances, even the right timing, they start appearing because your life is tuned to a higher frequency of clarity. It's not that life becomes easier, it's that you become more aligned. You're no longer scattered in 100 directions. You're moving with unified purpose toward one destination. This kind of alignment is powerful because it builds confidence. Every small victory reinforces your belief that you're on the right path. That belief amplifies your energy, and that energy attracts even more opportunities. It becomes a cycle. Clarity creates confidence, confidence attracts alignment, and alignment produces results. Living with clarity of vision isn't just about knowing what you want, it's about becoming the kind of person who deserves it. It's about showing up every day with intention, integrity, and focus. It's about letting your energy speak for you before your words do. Because when your vision is clear, your life starts reflecting it in ways that even you didn't expect. The world doesn't resist focused people, it responds to them. A dream without vision is just a wish, a beautiful thought with no foundation to stand on. Everyone dreams, everyone imagines a better life, a successful career, a stronger body, a happier future. But dreaming alone changes nothing. A dream without vision fades with time because it lacks structure, direction, and commitment. Vision is what separates dreamers from doers. Vision gives your dream eyes the ability to see the path ahead. It turns something abstract into something achievable, something you can build piece by piece. Vision backed by purpose transforms that dream into a step-by-step roadmap. It bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Dreams are the spark, but vision is the engine. It gives your ambitions a plan, clear, actionable, and measurable. When you create a vision, you stop saying someday and start saying today. You begin mapping out the journey, what you'll do first, what skills you'll need, what sacrifices you'll make. Vision turns hope into strategy. Purpose, on the other hand, gives that strategy power. It's the emotional fuel that keeps you moving when progress feels slow. When your dream is powered by both vision and purpose, it becomes unstoppable. You stop waiting for motivation because you're driven by meaning. You start finding ways instead of excuses. Every day you wake up with a sense of direction and responsibility to the dream you're building. A vision gives you measurable goals, targets that bring your dream within reach. It allows you to break something big into smaller, achievable steps. Maybe your dream is to become an entrepreneur, a creator, or a leader. Vision helps you define what that actually means. What skills must you master? What resources do you need? What daily actions will get you closer? Without that clarity, you can get stuck in endless planning or wishful thinking. But with vision, each step has purpose. Every goal you reach becomes proof that the dream is real, not imaginary. Daily motivation is born from that sense of progress. When you see yourself moving closer to your vision, even slightly, it reignites your determination. You no longer chase instant results because you understand that consistent effort compounds over time. Vision teaches patience. It reminds you that true success isn't about speed, it's about direction. You can move fast in the wrong direction and still go nowhere. But if your vision is clear, even small, steady progress will take you exactly where you're meant to go. Vision also gives you courage, the courage to act, to take risks, to trust the process. Dreams without vision often die in fear because there's no roadmap to guide them. When you don't know the steps, uncertainty feels paralyzing, but when you have a vision, you no longer fear the unknown, you face it with confidence. You understand that failure isn't the end, it's feedback. Every mistake becomes a lesson, every setback a stepping stone. Vision gives you the courage to keep building even when results aren't visible yet. It's easy to wish for success when things are comfortable. But when the pressure rises, it's your vision that keeps you grounded. It reminds you of what you're fighting for. You stop being controlled by temporary emotions because you're anchored in long-term purpose. That's the difference between people who quit halfway and those who go all the way. The dreamer's hope, the visionary's work. A dream gives you inspiration, but vision gives you discipline. Discipline is what turns inspiration into transformation. You begin to treat your dream like a responsibility, not a hobby. You no longer depend on how you feel, you act based on who you want to become. Vision brings structure to your passion. It organizes your energy, your time, and your focus. You start saying no to distractions because you understand that every wasted hour pulls you away from the future you're trying to create. Vision backed by purpose also shapes your identity. It changes how you see yourself. You stop identifying as someone who merely wants things to happen and start seeing yourself as someone capable of making them happen. This mindset shift is powerful because your actions always follow your identity. When you believe you are the kind of person who fulfills their vision, your behavior naturally aligns with that belief. And as you follow your vision, something incredible happens. your dream begins to evolve. What once seemed impossible starts to feel inevitable. You gain momentum, you meet people who share your passion, find opportunities that fit your mission, and develop strength you didn't know you had. Vision gives you the ability to connect the dots between imagination and reality. It helps you see progress even when the results are small, reminding you that greatness grows one deliberate step at a time. A dream without vision will always remain a fantasy, but when that dream is backed by vision and fueled by purpose, it becomes a living force, something real, measurable, and achievable. Vision transforms the invisible into the visible. It gives your dream form, focus, and life. It turns imagination into achievement by guiding you through uncertainty with clarity, discipline, and belief. When we look at the lives of the most successful and fulfilled people in history, one common thread connects them all: clarity of vision and strength of purpose. These two forces, when united, create an unstoppable momentum that drives ordinary people to achieve extraordinary results. Vision gives your life direction, and purpose gives it meaning. Together, they transform confusion into clarity, effort into fulfillment, and dreams into reality. Without vision, life becomes a series of random events, full of movement but lacking meaning. You wake up, go through routines, and hope for change, but without a destination in mind, even progress feels empty. Vision changes that. It becomes your North Star, a guiding light that directs your energy toward what truly matters. When you know where you're going, every decision, every sacrifice, every challenge starts to make sense. Vision turns chaos into order and gives your journey structure. It transforms one day into day one. But even the clearest vision will fade without purpose. Purpose is what fuels you when motivation runs out. It's what keeps you moving when the road is rough and progress feels invisible. Vision shows you where to go, but purpose tells you why it's worth the struggle. Without that why, it's easy to quit when life gets tough. But with it, pain becomes part of the process, a necessary step towards something greater. Purpose turns exhaustion into energy, fear into courage, and effort into fulfillment. People with vision and purpose don't crumble under pressure. They rise. They push through pain because they see something beyond the immediate struggle, a future that justifies the present sacrifice. That's where resilience is born. Resilience isn't a trait you're born with, it's something you build every time you choose persistence over excuses. When your purpose is stronger than your pain, no obstacle can stop you. The world may test you, people may doubt you, and progress may seem slow, but your vision reminds you that the struggle is shaping you for what's coming. Living with vision also changes what you attract. When your goals are clear and your energy intentional, the world begins to align with your direction. You draw in like-minded people, meaningful opportunities, and experiences that match your mission. That's not luck, it's alignment. Vision creates focus, and focus creates attraction. People can sense when you're serious about your purpose. They feel your confidence, your clarity, and your conviction. You no longer chase validation or approval. You attract respect and collaboration through your consistency and drive. Vision also builds discipline. When you know what you're working toward, distractions lose their power. You stop saying yes to everything and start protecting your time and energy. Each day becomes a deliberate step toward your dream. You begin to live intentionally, not just reacting to life, but designing it. You stop wishing for a better future and start building it, one focused action at a time. That's the beauty of vision. It gives structure to your ambition and purpose to your progress. And when that vision is powered by purpose, your dream becomes unstoppable. A dream without vision is just a wish, but a dream with vision and purpose becomes a roadmap. It gives you clarity, courage, and consistency. You stop hoping for the right moment and start creating it. You stop waiting for opportunity and start preparing for it. Purpose gives your dream a heartbeat, a reason to keep going when everything else says stop. The combination of vision and purpose doesn't just lead to success, it leads to significance. Success is achieving something for yourself. Significance is achieving something that impacts others. When you live with vision and purpose, your actions start to inspire, your story starts to matter, and your life begins to influence the world around you. You stop living just to exist. You start living to contribute. So, if you want to live a life that truly matters, start by asking yourself two questions. What do I see for my future, and why does it matter? When you find the answers to those questions, you'll discover your path. You'll gain a sense of direction so strong that no failure can permanently derail you. Because vision gives you the destination, and purpose gives you the drive to reach it. The truth is, every great achievement begins as a vision in someone's mind, a picture of what could be. That picture becomes reality only when backed by unwavering purpose and relentless action. So hold your vision close, protect it, and nurture it with daily effort. Let your purpose be the fire that fuels your journey, and let your actions reflect the belief that your dream is possible. In the end, life isn't about simply surviving, it's about becoming. It's about growing into the person your vision calls you to be. The world doesn't need more dreamers, it needs more visionaries with purpose, because those are the people who not only see a better future but also have the courage to build it, step by step, day by day, no matter how hard it gets. That's the power of vision and purpose. They don't just change your path, they change you.